To wrap this series up, let's talk about adjustment layers and how they can be clipped within Photoshop. So, what an adjustment layer is it's a layer that you add and it controls the appearance of another layer or group of layers. And they can be clipped or not clipped. So, I'm going to sort of show you both. So, starting off here, let's talk about just adjustment layer basics. Now, right next to my mask icon here in my layers, I've got my adjustment layers here. I can click this button and you'll see there's a whole bunch of them. I have another video series where I go through all of these. If you're looking for a deeper dive, watch that. But for now, just in terms of basics, I'm going to use a hue saturation one. You'll see as soon as I click that, it creates a new layer. This is an adjustment layer. It's a hue saturation adjustment layer. And it pops up here properties where I can then move these sliders around to adjust, in this case, the hue, change the color of it, and I could do more saturation or less saturation, whatever I want to do. So I'll do kind of an extreme manipulation there and show you, okay, it started out as this photo, textural photo that's just blue, and then I put this hue saturation layer and completely altered the appearance of it. Now these are flexible, these are non-destructive. I can click right back in there and go into it again and continue to change. And these have a mask attached to them as soon as you create the layer, which if you go into it then with your brush tool and start to paint with black, it's going to mask off or hide parts of that. And I'll go back in and change this to a more extremely different looking color here so you can see the before and after a little bit better. But here we have, okay, it started out blue. I've changed it to more like an orange, and then I'm going in and I'm hiding parts of that adjustment layer by masking it. So this, by doing that, it allows me to, first of all, control the appearance of another layer, and then control where I want that appearance affected versus not by hiding or revealing the adjustment. So I'm going through and hiding parts of it here and then revealing parts of it. So before and after the adjustment layer. Now, let's talk about this with clipping. So here I have a photo, I just have a shape that I created with the custom shape tool. On top of that, I've got this oil slick looking photo. I'm going to clip that down to the underlying shape, holding Alt Option, hovering between the two and clicking to clip it. From there, I can add an adjustment layer. So I'll go here, we'll do hue saturation again, and I'm going to do some kind of extreme saturated, obnoxious, so you can really see that it's been affected manipulation to it. So here's the adjustment layer, changing those colors and saturation. Now it's important to note, I'm going to turn back on this layer. This is the photo that we have at the bottom of the stack. This is the shape that we have, and we've clipped this other image down to it, and then we have an adjustment layer here. Now notice when I turn that adjustment layer on to activate it, yeah, it's affecting the hue and saturation of the umbrella with the clipped image on it, but it's also affecting this photo. And adjustment layers will affect everything in the stack below them, no matter how many layers there are. Anything visible will become affected unless you clip it. And so if I only want that to affect the photo, the appearance of the photo that's clipped onto the umbrella, then I would also want to clip this adjustment layer. And I can do that same way, just holding Alt or Option between the layer, and then you'll see the bent arrow, and then clip it. So now that is an adjustment layer that's clipped down to the umbrella, just like the photo is clipped onto the umbrella. And then, I do have another adjustment layer in the stack lower down, which is only affecting this layer because that's the only thing visible below it. And so that's sort of the idea of, again, targeting appearance and where you want the appearance to be visible, and sometimes clipping it to a specific area within your image, using masks. And then from there, you can get into opacity and blend modes and clipping multiple photos and some of the other things all in combination. And so as you start to use these things, all of these techniques related to clipping, you can start to make, you know, extremely interesting and surreal and powerful imagery. Clipping masks, adjustment layers, those are really the key foundational things within this application to create the types of images you want to create.